Hey, Abrego Garcia's back, and the DOJ is indicting him for, am I saying this correctly? Driving illegal immigrants across the country. Okay, quick recap for those of you who forgot. Garcia was disappeared due to a clerical error that was admitted to a country he had a court order to not be disappeared to, all without due process. Photoshopped letters and numbers above knuckle tattoos meant to vaguely explain gang affiliation that Trump thought and probably still thinks are real letters and numbers. Supreme Court said bring him back, didn't give a deadline. Trump repeatedly said that he could bring Garcia back if he wanted to, but he wouldn't. Pam Bondi insisted that Garcia wasn't coming back to the country. President Bukele of El Salvador said the same thing. And then cut to this week. You have Bukele backpedaling and saying that, quote, we work with the Trump administration, and if they request the return of a gang member, of course he had to throw that in there, to face charges, of course we wouldn't refuse. And then you've got Pam Bondi and Donald Trump patting each other in the back saying, had it the whole time. And now Garcia's back on U.S. soil, showing that he could have been brought back the entire time. And that this is all just a political stunt designed to push boundaries. And some people's boundaries have already been pushed too far, as the chief of the Department of Justice Criminal Division in Nashville, where all this shit show is taking place, has resigned. So here's the deal. If Garcia did something questionable to the law, he, like anyone on this country's soil, is entitled to due process. It's a constitutional fact, which is vaguely what is happening now, months after the fact, with the questions of rights violations trying to be put in the rearview by the DOJ. Cool. What are we distracting from now? Anyway, speaking of questionable shit, the Supreme Court has actually decided to go ahead and allow DOGE to dig through our Social Security again. And in the same literal breath, pause the lower court order that required DOGE to hand over documents like every other government agency subject to federal records requests. So now, not only do a bunch of teenagers in a hastily put together crack team of I'ma find that money motherfuckers get to sift through highly sensitive data and create privacy risks, they don't even have to turn over records to show transparency. Doing so, FOIA, what's FOIA? Come on, we all know that FOIA doesn't apply to a random collection of people that's given an advisory role and is tasked with providing recommendations, which is conveniently what DOGE is defined as they're sitting there saying FOIA these nuts. Anyway, it's day 137 in a series in which I asked myself, do I have to go to work today? And the answer is yes. I don't care. Here we go. Do you have to go to work today? No, I don't. Oh shit, is this what they're trying to distract from? Or is it the mega bill that's fallen off the news cycle? Huh.